Hey there, future financially savvy friends. Welcome to my channel. I'm thrilled to have you here as we embark on this exciting journey together. Today, we're diving headfirst into the world of personal finance with a book that's about as popular as a dad joke at a family reunion, Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. This book has been a game changer for many, and it might just be the key to unlocking your financial potential. Now I know what you're thinking, personal finance, on a Friday night? John, are you feeling all right? Trust me, I get it. But stick with me, and you'll see why this is worth your time. And to that I say, of course I am. Why wouldn't I be? I just balanced my checkbook and I have 2 perfectly good socks on. Life is good. Plus, understanding your finances can make every day feel like a small victory. But in all seriousness, understanding your finances is crucial, folks. It's not just about numbers, it's about securing your future and achieving your dreams. It's the difference between being the person who laughs at money jokes and the person who tells them, badly, because let's face it, we're all about those dad jokes here. Financial literacy can transform your life in ways you can't even imagine. So, buckle up, grab your financial calculators, or just your phones, and get ready to learn about the kind of interest that doesn't involve collecting stamps or watching paint dry. We're going to make personal finance fun, engaging, and most importantly, empowering. Let's get started. Robert Kiyosaki, our author for the evening, or morning or afternoon, no judgment here, had the unique experience of growing up with 2 father figures, his biological father, the poor dad, and the father of his best friend, the rich dad. Now, before you go thinking this is some heartwarming story about the power of friendship, let me stop you right there. This isn't the blind side of personal finance books. Kiyosaki uses these 2 contrasting figures to highlight the different mindsets and approaches to money that people have. His poor dad, despite being educated and having a stable job, struggled financially. His rich dad, a high school dropout, built a business empire. See? Told you this wasn't heartwarming. Well, it is in a learn from other people's mistakes kind of way. So what were these vastly different financial philosophies? Well, Kiyosaki's poor dad believed in the traditional go to school, get a good job, work hard, and save money approach. Sounds familiar? That's because it's the mantra of millions, drilled into our heads since we were old enough to operate a lemonade stand. Rich Dad, on the other hand, was all about financial literacy, investing, and building assets that generate passive income. He believed in working smarter, not harder, and using money as a tool to create wealth, not just a means to pay bills. Which, let's be honest, is a much more appealing prospect. Who wants to work hard forever? Except maybe hamsters. They seem to enjoy the endless wheel of life. One of the biggest takeaways from Rich Dad, Poor Dad is the importance of financial education. It's like the awkward, forgotten middle child of the education system, often overshadowed by math, science, and the ever-important history of the rubber band ball. Kiyosaki argues that traditional education systems often fail to teach us about money, leaving us ill-equipped to manage our finances in the real world. And by real world, he means that terrifying place where rent is due, bills stack up like unread emails, and avocado toast is somehow both a breakfast staple and a symbol of financial ruin. Section 5. Assets and liabilities. What's the difference? Hint, it's not a dad joke. Now, let's dive into the world of assets and liabilities, the bread and butter of personal finance. These 2 concepts are fundamental to understanding how to manage your money effectively. Or, to use a more dad joke appropriate analogy, think of them as the hammer and nails of building your financial tool shed. Because every dad needs a tool shed, right? Just like every solid financial plan needs a clear understanding of assets and liabilities. An asset, in the simplest terms, puts money in your pocket. It's something that generates income or appreciates in value over time. Think of it like a well-trained golden retriever puppy that fetches you $100 bills instead of drool-soaked tennis balls. It's reliable and brings value to your financial life. A liability, on the other hand, takes money out of your pocket. It's an obligation or debt that drains your resources. Imagine it as a mischievous but adorable beagle puppy that eats your wallet, your shoes, and your dreams. But hey, at least they're cute, right? Liabilities can be sneaky and costly if not managed properly. Understanding the difference between assets and liabilities is crucial to building wealth. It's the foundation of making informed financial decisions. It's about making your money work for you, not the other way around. By focusing on acquiring assets and minimizing liabilities, you can create a more secure financial future. Because, let's be honest, who wants to be a slave to their paycheck? Constantly worrying about bills and debts can be exhausting and stressful. That's a rhetorical question, by the way. No one wants to live that way. The answer is no one. So, take control of your financial future by understanding and managing your assets and liabilities wisely. Section 6. The flow of cash making money work for you. Speaking of making your money work for you, let's talk about cash flow. Kiyosaki emphasizes the importance of creating multiple streams of income, like having a financial backup band in case your lead singer, your day job, decides to quit and pursue their dream of becoming a mime. These income streams can come from various sources, such as investments, rental properties, or even that side hustle you've been tinkering with in your garage. Remember, the goal is to have money flowing into your pockets from multiple avenues, not just relying on a single source. Think of it like diversifying your financial portfolio, but instead of stocks and bonds, it's vintage rubber duckies and limited edition Pogs. Okay, maybe not Pogs, but you get the idea. Section 7. Investing and entrepreneurship. Building your empire, or at least a sturdy sandcastle. Kiyosaki is a big advocate for investing and entrepreneurship. He believes that owning your own business or investing in real estate or the stock market is crucial to building long-term wealth. But don't worry, you don't need to be the next Warren Buffett or Elon Musk to succeed. Start small, learn the ropes, and gradually build your empire. Or, at least a sturdy sandcastle that can withstand the occasional financial high tide. The key is to take action, even if it's just dipping your toes into the investment pool, which, let's be honest, is a much less terrifying prospect than dipping your toes into a pool of sharks. Metaphorically speaking, of course. Section 8. Debt. The financial quicksand. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, or rather the financial quicksand pit in the backyard of our dreams: debt. Debt can be a silent predator, lurking just beneath the surface, waiting to pull us under when we least expect it. Kiyosaki stresses the importance of avoiding bad debt, like the plague or those telemarketing calls that interrupt your dinner. You know the ones. They always seem to come at the worst possible times. They always seem to call right when you've just sat down to a delicious plate of spaghetti and meatballs. Coincidence? I think not. It's almost as if they have a sixth sense for ruining your perfect evening. Bad debt, like credit card debt or high-interest loans, can trap you in a cycle of endless payments, sucking the joy out of life faster than a mosquito at a nudist colony. It's a relentless cycle that can feel impossible to escape. Instead, focus on acquiring good debt, like a mortgage on a rental property or a loan to start a business. These types of debt can actually help you build wealth and create financial stability. The key is to make your debt work for you, not against you. By leveraging good debt, you can create opportunities for growth and financial success. Think of it like this: good debt is like borrowing your friend's cool sunglasses for a week-long vacation. It enhances your experience and adds value to your life. Bad debt is like borrowing those same sunglasses and then accidentally sitting on them, crushing them into a million pieces, and having to buy your friend a new pair. It's a costly mistake that leaves you worse off than before. Not exactly a dad joke, but you get the picture. The goal is to navigate the financial landscape wisely, avoiding the pitfalls of bad debt while embracing the opportunities that good debt can provide. Section 9. Building wealth. It's a marathon, not a sprint, unless you're being chased by your debts. Building wealth is a marathon, not a sprint, unless, of course, you're being chased by your debts, in which case, sprint like the wind, my friend. But for the rest of us, it's about making consistent, smart financial decisions over time. It's about delayed gratification, like choosing to invest your money instead of spending it on that shiny new gadget that will be obsolete in 6 months. It's about patience, discipline, and the willingness to learn from your mistakes, and maybe a few dad jokes along the way. Section 10. The Path to Financial Independence. A Journey of 1,000 Dad Jokes. The ultimate goal of Rich Dad. Poor Dad is to achieve financial independence, that magical land where money is no longer a constant source of stress and worry. It's about having the freedom to pursue your passions, spend time with loved ones, and tell terrible dad jokes without fear of judgment. Because let's face it, financial independence is the ultimate dad joke enabler. Section 11. Final thoughts, and the joke's on. So there you have it, folks. Rich Dad, Poor Dad in a nutshell. Or, to use a more dad joke appropriate analogy, in a tool shed. It's a book that challenges conventional wisdom, encourages financial literacy, and reminds us that building wealth is a journey, not a destination. And on that note, I'll leave you with one final dad joke. Why don't scientists trust atoms? Because they make up everything. Get it? Because atoms are the basic building blocks of matter. And they also lie? No? Okay, I'll see myself out.